support.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, as Rob said, my name is Mads Harding. I'm a channel manager at Boyum IT, so I look over the global channel for B1 partners around the world who's reselling our software and our add-on for Business One. So just before we start, for those of you who don't know Boyum IT, we've been here since the very beginning of Business One, more or less. We are the biggest SAP reseller in the Nordics, and we've been providing add-ons for Business One since 2006 roughly. So we've been in the game for a long time, and we thought now is the time to introduce a new solution and a new product to the market. Before I start, I have to put on this disclaimer. Since the product is still under heavy development, I have to say that we can't be held responsible for the correctness and completeness of the quality of the software I'm showing you today. We are expecting an official release very soon. So what you see today from what will be shown in the future release will probably not differ that much, but I just have to put on this disclaimer just for to be on the safe side. So now that that's out of the way, we created a way to improve your CRM capabilities in your SAP using Outlook. So we thought Outlook is the biggest software used around the world to handle emailing and all in and outgoing emails. So we thought that and since we are B1 reseller, we thought that it would make a lot of sense to make a kind of a connection here. And some would argue that the CRM capabilities that are available in SAP standard is a little lacking a little bit. So we thought that there might be an opportunity here, therefore we created the CRM for Outlook. And it's a very nice solution that makes you be able to do CRM in your daily work, whether you're a C-level person, you're a sales rep, you're in support, or you're a consultant. So before we start showing you some live demoing, I just wanted to let you know from a customer perspective, it's a very easy three-step process to get this product installed. We try to make it as intuitive as possible and as easy as possible for the customer to get this up and running. There's some setup that the partner has to do, and Project Line is already fully on top of this, and they have set everything up on their side, so they're ready to generate licenses for you, so you can start and test and demo the solution. But from a customer perspective, it's a pretty easy three-step process. You install, you click on setup, you click on an install button, and you'll receive an activation email sent by Project Line to activate your account and your license for the CRM for Outlook, and then you're actually up and running. So there will be some permissions and some things going on behind the scene, but that Project Line will handle for you. So that's not for you to worry about. So what you can do in terms of functionality of this solution is that you can directly from your Outlook show data from SAP, all kind of various data related to business partners, sales orders, activities, and so on. You can edit data directly in your Outlook, and it will influence instantly in your SAP. You can jump to relevant data in your Business One from your Outlook to various areas of Business One, and of course much more. So this is the very early glance you'll see of the solution, but in the future we'll have a lot of very nice features lined up for you guys, and I'll show you this in the roadmap we have. I'll just have to switch to I'll go to my Outlook here. Just one second. Just one second. I'm sitting on. We're using Citrix internally at Boyum, and sometimes it's striking a little. Let me just 1 second restart the Outlook. Seems like it's not responding.
So just as Mads is doing that, I had a question from somebody. Am I able to get a copy of the webinar recording for other folks in our organization? And the answer is absolutely yes. We typically provide a link, I think, in our newsletter, but I'll send a link to our archive on our website that we'll usually archive these recordings for people so that they can watch them.
Yeah, and I can send you a copy of the PowerPoint presentation as well. So you have that, Rob.
Perfect.
Okay, so what you see here is your normal Outlook 2013. This is an email from me. I send this to my test environment, so everything we do with the CRM for Outlook is bound up to emails. So everything is linked up to emails. So all incoming information and everything you send out will be tracked based on emails. So what you can see up here is a separate ribbon for in your Outlook, and that's basically your CRM for Outlook. So all this information you have here is all from SAP, and it's pulled directly and displayed for you. So these out here are the normal Outlook functionalities you have. So we thought that it would make a lot of sense, since you don't have to switch back and forth to the different ribbons, that you can use some of these standard new email, reply all, forward, that you have them available on this ribbon as well. So all you can see here, all this information is basically information related to this business partner, Norm Thompson. He's a test person, and you can see all this information is information from SAP. So if I click on Norm Thompson here, you'll see I'll jump directly into SAP without me doing anything else. It will overtake and direct me to SAP. So here I can see all the related information on this business partner. If I go back to my Outlook here, you can see address here. And if I hold down, if I press down Control and click on here, I'll get directions to Norm Thompson's business partner master, his address that's shown on the business partner master data window in SAP. Excuse me. So you can see here I'll get the directions, and we have a telephone number here listed as well. If I click on this, these are the telephone numbers I've listed for this business partner, both a fax and a telephone. If I click on the telephone here, you can see we're using Microsoft Links internally for telephone, for all outgoing and ingoing telephone. So it'll ask if I want to call up this business partner. If you're using Skype or any other IP providers for telephones, you can connect this to the CRM for Outlook with no problem. Then I get shown here the industry I'm in, the current account balance, open accounts, and the website on this business partner. If I press on the account balance here, it'll jump directly into the account balance in SAP. So you'll get a quick overview of what's current outstanding, what do we have connected to this specific business partner, and so on. So imagine you get an incoming call and you can easily do a lookup in your Outlook without having to open and jump into your SAP to get the most relevant data and information. Furthermore, we have some sales statistics here, some sales numbers. So sales year to date compared to sales year to date last year. And also sales to month compared to same month last year. And have in the roadmap that these should be customizable and should be able to be edited depending on your role in your business and what kind of information you would like to have shown. So do you want to have that drilled down to specific products? Do you want to have that drilled down to your specific budget and so on? You can keep some of these numbers shown in a couple of releases of our solution. So it's in the roadmap that we want to have some nice reports shown. But as of now, you can see sales to date and same sales month to date compared to last year. So another feature here is you can see the top 5 sold items in 2014. So this is also just to give a very quick overview related to this business partner. A very nice other feature is that you will be able now to add UDFs from your Outlook or from your SAP to your Outlook. So for example, I chose a number of employees, I chose which customer status, and so on. We're starting to use the CRM for Outlook internally as well. So like Project Line, we have a consultancy business providing service to all the customers, and when they call in or write us an email, we'll have a UDF, so we'll know what version of SAP this customer is on, what's their admin password, all kinds of relevant information, so all of our support guys can quickly access this information and easier and faster take care of the problems of the customer. So so these are some examples of how you can use the UDFs in your Outlook. All the information you see here is all information related to the contact person on this business partner. So in this case, this is me. I'll have a mail sign here. I'll have you can see here my position and so on. As you can see in SAP, if I go to Norm Thompson, where I'm listed as a customer, there's a telephone number and so on. If I go in here in my Outlook again, and I want to update my information to add a mobile number, for example, I can do this here, and I can say plus. Press OK. Let me see here. Just open it and close and reopen the business partner. 1 second. You'll see that mobile phone number has been updated in my SAP, and this was all done directly from Outlook. And it's very easy and very fast to make sure that you have updated all your information in your SAP according to all the information you get into your Outlook. So moving forward here, some features we have here is the possibility to track an incoming email or a sent email to different activities in SAP. So I can go in and I can say, well, I want to track this activity in SAP to this email. So the last conversation I had with this customer were this, and you'll write an activity based on the information you want to share with in your SAP, and this will be tracked, and you'll have a listing here of all your tracks you've done related to this email and to this business partner. So give you an example here. I can see, let me see here. Here I can see all my trackings. If I go click on a sales quotation, for example, I'll get shown this sales quotation directly in your SAP. So you can track all kinds of emails up against activities in SAP. So the basic idea is here that it's a great tool for knowledge sharing in your company. So if you're several salespeople working on the same account and one of your colleagues gave them a quote, and they can go in and they can track this, and next time you want to check up on this customer, you can see that the latest conversation has been with one of your colleagues who sent them this quote. So it's a great way for you to make sure that you have the latest update and information related to all your customers across the organization. So you can also see here, here on Norm Thompson, you can see that there's a, let me see here, I tracked a service call, for example. So this is the information on the service call, and I track this on this email. And when I go into SAP, I can see this this service call as well. So you can track all kinds of activities up against emails, and here you'll get a timeline shown what's the latest 10 activities there's been on this customer. This can be a PO being sent, an invoice, a credit note, activity, basically what you could imagine. Any kind of activity that's been related to this business partner, you'll get shown. A very nice feature as well is the possibility to create an activity, a service call, or a sales opportunity directly in your Outlook with a complete influence in your Business One. So the possibility to create sales opportunity is brand new, and it came with the latest release of this product today. So I just had a little time to play around with it, and I have to say it's so much faster and it's so much easier than creating normal sales activities in SAP. So this is very easy and very convenient for you to create new sales opportunities, make sure that you have all the right follow-up on all the opportunities you have in your company. So you basically enter all the standard details you have related to an opportunity. This can of course be customized as you wish and be edited and so on. I'll go ahead and I'll create this sales opportunity. You can see now the number changed to 7, and this here is the latest sales opportunity I made on this customer. I just made this right now, it's 26%, and so on. And since we already with this release enabled the users to create sales opportunities directly in your Outlook, the idea is, of course, in the future you'll be able to make quotations, sales orders, invoices, everything from your Outlook without you having to switch back and forth into your SAP. And with the print and delivery, a solution we created as well, you'll be able to send out all these orders and invoices and all your documents made in your Outlook now directly out to your customers and clients on an automated basis without you having to do anything but to create the order in Outlook. So there we'll describe a business logic around this to explain this more, but this was just a very quick glance of how you can create activities and service calls and opportunities so far in your Outlook. So you can go in and you can create activities as well as mentioned. You can go in and you can save this. You can close it. You can create a meeting into your Outlook as well. So it'll create a meeting directly saying, this and this date I spoke with this customer and they're interested in buying X amount of product B, for example. So a very nice and a very good way of making sure that you have all the latest information related to this business partner in SAP. So what we see is really a huge challenge, especially for people in sales. They have a lot of contact persons, they have a lot of information in their Outlook actually, and they haven't really shared this in their SAP. So activities has not been created in SAP. They haven't updated all their contact persons, all their contact details. They haven't made sure that all persons are being added to newsletters. All these things is now possible very easily and in a very effective manner with this new CRM solution for Outlook. So as I showed before, this here is a list of all open sales opportunities there is related to Norm Thompson, to this business partner. There's this many sales quotations open, sales orders, and so on. You can also see here a lot of outstanding invoices, and we made a nice drill down, so it's easy to get an overview of all the invoices there is related to this business partner. Also service calls and activities as shown right here. So as I mentioned in the beginning, everything is bound up to email. So if you installed this today, the email would look like this. So there's no connection from your incoming email to SAP. So let me just show you here how easy it is to connect an email to your SAP and to add this person in your SAP. So this is Stefan Olsen, one of our developers who created this solution. And just for the sake of argument, or for this demo here, I'll show you that on this business partner, Stefan is not shown here. Let me show you how easy it is to add a new contact person in SAP and connect this to Norm Thompson. So I'll say this is a B1 connection. I'll click on this. As default, it takes the email because that's it will make a lot of sense that this business partner is shown up in the search bar here. But since this is all on a test environment, I'll search for Norm Thompson. You can see he's shown right here. His position is developer. He's a male. He has this phone number. So once I press OK, you can see the SAP is loading the data. And now you get all this information shown. These are all the Business One related information there is to Stefan. And when I close and reopen my business partner master data window and search for Norm Thompson, you will see here now that Stefan has been added down here in the bottom with this contact information. So very easy to add new persons to your SAP. It's very easy to make sure that you keep all your right CRM capabilities in place. And this is the very early glance. We have a lot of very nice features lined up for you for future releases, which I'll show shortly. So going back to my presentation here, what you saw was the CRM for Outlook, and we also made this available for the Microsoft Outlook Web Access. So if you're on the fly using mobile devices, or you're on a browser using your Outlook in there, we made the CRM for Outlook available there as well. This is under development, and you can't. Some of the features are a little limited compared to what I just showed you in your regular Outlook. But we have some very nice features available on the tablets as well. So when you're on the fly and you want to update and have the latest update related to a business partner, or look up contact details, it's very easy to do directly in your Outlook on a tablet or on a browser. A lot of the questions and feedback we gotten already, we have around 60 partners around the world testing this solution right now in ramp up before the official release next month. And one of the things they raised as questions was the possibility to put in permissions. So you can say certain users should only have access to certain areas of Business One. They should not be able to see sales quotation. They shouldn't be able to see sales orders and so on. So with the help of a project line, they can help you set up some of these permissions down to user level. And this way you can completely manage and make sure that who should have permission to see different things and aspects in your CRM for Outlook. So the license structure and project line can tell you more about pricing, but the license will be, there is an enterprise version available and an on-demand version available. So you can either pay and have a license run user per month, or you can pay a one-time fee, and then there'll be maintenance on top of that, and you basically own the software and have the right to use this as long as you pay the maintenance bill. Every license is bound up per email, so it's one license per email and one price per email. But more regarding prices, please talk to Project Line on that. This here was the roadmap I mentioned earlier, and this is some of the future released functionalities, or future planned released functionalities that we have lined up. We're right now running in beta since June, and it's a brand new product. It's a complete standalone. You don't need any of our other solution or any of our other products to benefit from this. So it's a standalone product. It will be released in Q4, and we're aiming at October, early October, with the first release of version 1. We're right now working on making sure that the product is 100% stable and good enough for an official release. And then some of these future planned functionalities we already have in the roadmap. We have a lot more, but these are some I just want to share with you. So if you like what you see, and if you like the basic thought that you can put in a lot of the functionalities of SAP into your Outlook and have a lot of your daily work done in your Outlook, since it's there you're doing most of your work anyhow. We would like, for example, to see the possibility to upgrade the ribbon so you can make a completely customized ribbon depending on what role you are in your company and what information you would like to have shown and how you use CRM in your daily work. So a possibility to customize this completely would really be something that will make a lot of effort into making possible. Then furthermore, an integration into the Boyum pack, some of the solutions we already created, so the possibility to track time, bill your customers based on the time spent, and do simple time registration on different tasks. That's something we see in the product being included over time. Then we already created an integration into B1 MailChimp from MailChimp into SAP. So if you're using MailChimp already today, please check out on integration to Business One. We made a very nice integration where you can get all the information shown in your browser, also in your SAP, and it's very fast to add new subscribers and so on. Then of course the print and delivery, where I mentioned earlier that in time when you have the possibility to create orders, invoices, credit notes and so on in your Outlook, that you'll have this sent out by print and delivery using Crystal reports on an automated schedule basis. That will really be beneficial, especially if you have a lot of outgoing documents from your SAP on a daily basis. Then one of our developers raised the question where it would be possible to launch SQL reports, anything like that, directly from your Outlook, and this is also could be a very interesting challenge to work with. Then another thing that could be really nice is integration to support platforms. We're using Zendesk internally at Boyum IT, so I think we'll start to look at an integration into Zendesk, so you can see open tickets, you can see the latest conversation from Zendesk shown in your Outlook and so on. Then another thing that we would like to put there as well is integration to social media, so you can link it up to Twitter, for example, so you can see what's the latest Twitter message from this person, or you can link it up to LinkedIn, so you can add emails directly to your LinkedIn account, connecting to new contact persons and new connections on LinkedIn. And of course, I mean, all this information is already based on some of the feedback we've gotten so far. So I really advise all of you to test the solution. We offer a 30-day free trial where you can test and try the solution and see what you think, and come with some feedback. Project Line can set you up with a license today, and you can start working with this solution. So we would very much like some feedback on the solution and hear your thoughts, because it's a brand new product. We really think it's great ourselves, but you never know until you get some feedbacks from customers out there in the market. So
Great.
thank you very much for joining, everyone. Please let me know if there's any questions.
Sure. So, Mads, I'll just jump in here real quick. We do have a few questions to go through. I'll just mention to everybody, as far as kind of the timing for this, Mads had kind of mentioned that the general availability for this will be later in the month of October. That's correct, Mads?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll kind of take set project line about that long to get things ready, and of course we're doing our own testing on this as well because we would like to use this internally. So we want to make sure that it's ready to go for everybody. So Mads, I'll run through these questions that I've got in front of you. If anybody has any questions, if you're able to type them into the question window, that's great. I think that there probably is an alternative way to answer questions via audio, so you can put up your hand as well. So we'll go through the questions and then we'll work our way through. I have a question here from Craig, and I think you partially answered this question. He asked, will the application be accessible for users on mobile? You showed us how somebody using the Outlook web app on a mobile device can use it. Are there any other mobile devices or operating systems that you're looking at supporting?
Yeah, so as of now, you need to have the Outlook Web Access app running. So it doesn't work on the normal, for example, mail there is in an Android or an iPhone normal mailer. You need the app for this solution to work, since it's a Microsoft product that we made an integration into. So they'll need the app. And right now, that's more or less the only thing we're working on. But if you're sitting on any other kind of devices, we would love to know. And one thing, actually, now I come to think about it, is you don't need to have, I didn't say this in my presentation, but you don't need to have Business One installed on your local PC to get all the information in your Outlook. So for example, if you have Business One running on a terminal server, you can still, on your local Outlook on your PC, have all the information shown in your Outlook from SAP. So we install a small server component that pushes and pulls information, and it's kind of like a cloud connector. So it's using the cloud to send information back and forth, and that's how we get the information shown. And that means that you don't have to be on a VPN or have Business One installed on your local machine.
Okay. Next question is, I think we have somebody out there that is running multiple SAP company databases, and a customer's email address is actually across two databases. Have you any, I guess, inquiries about this, Mads?
Yeah, we have, and you can go in and you can select which kind of databases you would like to have information shown from. So there'll be like a drop down where we can connect different databases to an email. So we already create an opportunity for you to see information across different databases bound to one email.
Okay. And in the case that there is, I guess, a customer that is present in both databases, will there be a conflict when you click on their email, or?
No, you'll have to select which database you should get information from on this related to this business partner.
Okay.
So there'll be kind of a selection, and then you will see the information based on what kind of database you'd like to dig into.
Okay. Next question is, one of the users here is using an add-on. So is an add-on such as Enterprise supported in this product, or are there ways that you can, have you had anybody ask about kind of the use of their add-ons and Boyum Outlook CRM?
No, not as of yet. I know several of our solutions work with the Enterprise add-on in SAP, So that could actually be very interesting to see if we can make some kind of integration to the enterprise in the Outlook as well. We have a really good relationship with the guys from enterprise, so that's actually a very good point. But
Right.
as of now, we don't have any integration of any kind.
Okay, but you were mentioning that it is possible to publish UDFs related to a business partner in in the tool, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. I have another question. Is the Outlook calendar going to be added into the functionality of the integration?
Yeah, I think we will some kind of see how we can do more, like maybe do some kind of resource planning using the calendar as well, like that, or that's at least some of the thoughts we have right now could be really nice. I mean, the only way you can use the calendar right now is if you create activities and you can save them in your calendar in Outlook.
Right. Okay. So that's something that you're looking at potentially in future releases. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And you know, if you have any further thoughts you would like to share, please let us know, and we'll put this on the list.
Okay. I think that okay. So the next question was another. How remote or mobile users? I think we've answered this one. Let me know if anyone out there that's curious about mobile, if you still have any burning questions, certainly send them. Okay. Yeah, and we had another question about implications for customers with multiple databases. So it seems that we do have a couple of customers that are interested in multiple database questions and mobile questions. The last question I've got here are sales reps are using iPad for sales order processing. Will the CRM Outlook help to work the same way through the iPad or iPhone? I think maybe this is similar to.
Yeah, so they're using the Business One app for order processing. Was that it?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we won't do anything that works with the Business One app. It will be if let me say it this way: we will be able to create orders in the future in your Outlook, and if it's possible, we'll create so you can create an order in your Outlook even though you're on a tablet, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't 100% guarantee that this is actually possible, because we really more or less bend all the rules there is from Microsoft's side to be able to create all these kind of integrations into SAP. So it's still a very new field for us to work in, and it's difficult making these or making developments in or add-ins in Outlook. So only the future can tell if that will be possible.
Absolutely. Mads, do you think that there are some situations where it may be more appropriate to use the the native Business One mobile app for iPad instead of using this?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think you'll be able to do different things with our solution compared to what you can do in the. You mean the standard Business One app?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's hard to say. I mean, I think the Business One app is very nice, and that they release some new nice features to it, and now you can be able to do lookups and stuff as well. So I think it comes down to preference at the end of the day, and also how many features we'll be able to put into the Outlook web access.
Okay, yeah, and we had another customer ask a question as we were talking. They're currently using actually CoreSuite Mobile, and I think probably we will have customers that are curious to know, does this replace this? Maybe if I could provide a little bit of my point of view, I think from my perspective, because I am a user of CoreSuite Mobile, it's a great CRM tool. I also have used the Business One mobile app. I certainly think that there's reasons where these tools have the advantage. One of the things that I think that is an advantage for this Boyum Outlook integration is that there are so many people that spend the majority of their day in Outlook, right?
Yeah.
And these tools allow those people to stay within Outlook. And, from my perspective, I think that this is a great start. It's certainly an emerging tool. There's more things that we want to add. But correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, the golden opportunity for everybody here on this webinar is if they are early adopters, then they get lots of input into the shape of the product going forward, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I mean, we really take all feedback we get in very seriously, and for the last 6 years we've been developing the B1 up, and we quite have built the whole solution based on feedback from customers.
Okay.
So you guys can be very influential to how the final product would look like.
Sure.
Based on your feedback early in this process. So you're completely right.
Sure. Okay. Great. Well, I just watching the chat window here. I don't see any more questions popping up on the screen, but if anybody does have any questions, or if I did miss any, please feel free to send us an email. You can email through your consultant or through your project line email. I'd like to thank Mads today. Mads, that was a great demonstration, and we certainly look forward to more questions and interest.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
Okay. Thanks, everybody, for attending today's webinar. As always, we are recording this session. We will put it up online if any of your people didn't have a chance to participate, and we'll see you for next month's webinar.